I feel like I'm really bad at traveling. I get really nervous and I put too much in the bag and I leave stuff that I really need at home. I always panic at the very last second, but I wanted to share how drawing really helped me get past that this trip. And oh my God, Sam's book really helped. Okay, so I drew this the day before we left. It'd been super exhausting and like I've been running, 2-hour drive to take Charles to my in-laws, and then I had to come back and start packing and then go with Eric to take, anyway, it was just a lot of doing and I didn't have a second to, I was like worried I wasn't gonna get everything done. But then I was like, I made myself sit down with a pencil and a couple of these little Cretacolor thingies, and then just did this in like 5 minutes and felt so much better. And I remember at one point I was thinking about not drawing this skirt hanging off the chair, and this is drawn from a photo, by the way. Eric texted me a photo of Merv in the suitcase, so I thought about just like going and looking and drawing the chair as it was, but I thought Samantha would probably just draw a scene like as it is. And this is a prompt inspired by her book, which is amazing, by the way. They're all three amazing. And I'll put a link to buy it below. But anyways, I think it's important to draw like not try to just make a pretty image. My instinct was, let me just draw the chair without the stupid skirt because I want to make a pretty image. But for this purpose, I feel like it's more important because I'm drawing a memory, I'm capturing a memory. This isn't like, yeah, I'm probably going to post this because, that's what I do, but it doesn't all have to go there. It kind of helps tell the story, having a piece of clothing hanging off the side, like I was very proud of myself for including it. Anyways, yeah, let's see, what am I going to do next? So yeah, it doesn't matter that it's not in a sketchbook. I actually tucked this in a sketchbook that I used to draw, and then I did an exercise at the retreat on the back of it, which is cool. It's got like, it's a little bit, it'll give me some nice nostalgia from a wonderful time away. And if I really wanted to, I could put it in like the pocket of a sketchbook or something. It was more fun nostalgia. But anyways, I think I'm just gonna do some panels. Okay, so Eric sent me a video while I had like a flight delay, and I thought it was really cute. We have these, okay, so we have these little squishy things that we toss, and Merv always runs after them and brings them back like a little dog fetching. So I'll just play the video. Yeah, so that made me super happy. So that was kind of like the end of my trip, and it made me really excited to come home and be with my animals, and yeah, so this was a big part of the trip for me. I think it was the first time I've been away from, I went to Brooklyn. Well, it was the second time I'd been away from Merv where Eric wasn't here. So it was kind of like his first time to stay home alone, but with the other two cats. But we have, yeah, so I wanted to draw a little sequence of like the video. 3 panels, maybe like I show you what I did in the beginning. So I did draw him here, and I liked this one, the hand, but I don't think I like it anymore. Then I kind of liked that one. I did all this stick drawing yesterday. We didn't even draw with sticks while in the art retreat, but I was like, I don't know, I was cleaning up. It did really motivate me to clean up my workspace. And so I do kind of like these. So yeah, maybe I'll just draw it again and see how I feel. That one's cute. That one is weird looking. Eric really liked this one. But yeah, I'm just gonna
try using a method I know Samantha uses, which is like, actually I was going to use this one, like a harder pencil that isn't as dark as, you know, maybe like a Blackwing Matte or 8B, which is what I usually use, and then maybe go over it with ink, which this is just, this is India ink I made from these two, and then like my little stick that I got in the forest. And yeah, when I was cleaning, I saw this and I thought, why am I not drawing with this? That's what I got it for, and I really had a good time yesterday in Alex DeBrinco's Bat Right session. I just drew with this stick the whole time and really loved it. And it reminded me a lot of these, like these scratchy textures, like that are dry. Oh, it made me so happy, and it made me think of an illustration I saw on Antique Roadshow right at the end. I didn't get any information, but I'll pop that on the screen. It's really cool, and I wanted so badly to rewind, but it was not, I wasn't able to. We can't rewind on that weird thing that just streams Antique Roadshow all day. But anyways, okay, long story short, I think, yeah, let's do this. I did all of these yesterday. I have no idea what happens when you wet this ink. Does it reactivate? Does it? No, it looks pretty permanent. Okay, that's cool. And I think maybe I'll put down the ink first, well, just like Samantha does. I mean, not just like she does. She's really good at inking. I am not very experienced, but I'm gonna do it however I can. And I'm gonna take a little sheet here to like test. So I see how it's very blue, and so I kind of want to adjust and make it a little more brown. So I'm going to add this, which is cherry red. This is very old ink from like 2016 that I bought. So we'll see how it goes. I did not like that drawing, so I did it again. I'm going to do it one more time, just in brown, just so I'll have it. All right, so I just put in a considerable amount of yellow ochre. is not budging. I'm very upset. Just dumped all of the yellow ochre in. And I do think this should do something. Yellow ochre, this is another example of why I should start with yellow. We're done with this. Come on, you have to work. You gotta budge a little bit for me. Yeah, okay, this is better. It's like sepia, kind of. Like that, a lot more. Just dumping the rest of it in. I mean, like, it was just sitting here for so many years. Yeah, I'll just put some of this here so I can use like a wash, an inked wash. Don't waste anything, baby. No, no. Okay, all right, so yeah, this is coming along nicely. I really love that one. His paw is huge. I'm thinking, let me see, should I try to turn it into 2 paws? First, I'm gonna scan it. Yeah, but you know the rule with drawing cats, it's like you have to draw a bad one to get to one that you like. That's my rule anyway. So I'd love to hear yours. Anyways, I don't know if I'm gonna be able to film the rest of this because it is, I might just have to finish the scan and get it up, but I'll try to. If not, you can always ask me questions and I will do my best to answer them in a timely manner. Yeah, so the end. And also, thanks for being here.